Hello, beautiful people. Hope you're doing great. I am traveling and I wanted to share some tips that I think are very helpful when we do travel because I know that traveling can be very stress inducing, whether it comes to being on time, moving around, packing up all your stuff, a lot of different itineraries and schedules that you need to follow. And it could be not the best sometimes for your health, as far as traveling high up in the plane and the radiation that you get and you're outside your own personal environment where you have all your control. And when you're traveling, you kind of have to surrender to a lot of the environment that you're going to. But I think there's also an opportunity when you travel to make the most of it. And one of the things that I try and do whenever I travel is, especially now that I'm living in Costa Rica, I'm living in a tropical environment. And luckily, I'm very blessed to have access to a number of amazing tropical fruits and vegetables, and I love eating it. However, it's really good for your body, especially for your microbiome, to have a good diversity of different foods because each food gives you something different. There's different phytonutrients in each fruits and vegetables, and there's different types of fibers that are really good for your digestive tract and for your gut microbiome. So the one thing that I try and do when I travel is I try to eat as many foods as I can that I normally can't when I'm in Costa Rica. So for instance, right here I have this pear where in Costa Rica, it's just not cold enough for pears to grow. This one's a little bit small. I got another pretty big one. But now that I'm in a colder environment, I've been eating, pears also, I'll also say, pears aren't my favorite food in the world, but I don't not like them. But I know that I don't really have these where I normally live. So I'm gonna take this opportunity and make the most of it. And I've been eating pears, I've been eating figs, I've been eating apples, pomegranates, a lot of other more colder foods that normally I'm not able to get in Costa Rica. I've had some raspberries. I love raspberries. I've probably had the best raspberries I've ever had in the world here on my trip. So I'm really excited about being able to get those at good quality. So yeah, this is a small little travel tip, but I think that it really helps in a number of different ways. When your body diversifies, I think diversity in nature, diversity in a diet is incredibly necessary. If you look at a lot of the farming techniques that are happening, the monocropping, where they're just growing one type of food for just like miles and miles and miles of corn or soybean or whatever have you, the soil becomes degraded and they have to put so many more nutrients and inputs into the ground. Whereas if you learn about permaculture or syntropic farming or food forests and a number of different regenerative agriculture, those are all foundations of diversity. And if you look at nature, nature thrives in diversity. If you go into a forest, there's different canopies, there's different levels, there's then different bacteria, different animals, different insects. So it's the same theory with us and our bodies. The more that we could diversify the foods that we put into our body, the happier it's going to be, especially the gut microbiome. And this goes beyond just eating as well. When you're traveling, I also highly recommend to go to different microclimates. Breathe the air, the ocean air if you're near the ocean. If you're near a stream, go to a stream and get that microbiome. Up in the mountain, near a pond, wherever it is, when you're traveling, try and go to different environments because even breathing that, it kind of sounds a little kooky, but there's science that backs it up. Breathing in different microbiomes is really healthy for your own microbiome, for your immune system, and just getting out in nature. That could be a whole nother video, but I want to keep this one a bit short. So I urge you, whenever you travel, try and make it a point that you expose yourself to different foods that you normally can't eat, especially the ones that are in season where you're going, and go to as many different ecosystems and environments as possible. Get outside and breathe in the air from different places that you normally can't. And I guarantee you that it will, first of all, take out some of the stress and the unhealthfulness of traveling. And then in the long run, it's just going to make you a healthier, happier person as well. So I hope you found this valuable. Let me know if this is what you do when you go on your trips. If you're ever traveling, and where do you go? What foods do you eat? I'd love to hear about where you're traveling in the world and what foods you eat. So let me know, like, comment, and yeah, it would be a joy to hear from you. So I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next video.